Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek Gamecast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Ahoy!
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers. We're live right now on Twitch, Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. We just did the movie cast. If you watch these broadcasts over on YouTube, though, be sure to subscribe. That way you get notified when we post and we go live or over here. You can subscribe over here, but be sure to know over on YouTube. Leave us a comment and a like, and we'll see you guys over there. All right, Gamecast. What have we been up to, guys? I have been busy. I don't even know how to fit gaming in right now. It's so tough with everything going on. Like, I got home the other day and I'm like, I'm going to play some games. And then I just housework. It's just like, oh, I got to stack the wood. I got to mow the lawn. I got to weed whack. And then next thing I know, it's like 7 o'clock at night. I'm like fucking tired, man. I'm just exhausted.
Sounds like a good time to play a game.
No, it's worst time to play a game when I want to be like into it. I like to play games. What?
He's still sitting down.
Yeah, but you fall asleep. Like, I want to be into it, man. Like, I'd rather just watch a show. But anyways, I played
That's
Expedition.
instant sleep.
I played Expedition 33 a little bit. I'm still in Act 1. I'm at the end of Act 1, I believe, roughly.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm moving through it. I'm just not going as fast as you guys.
The acts are pretty long. I bet you're not that close to the end.
I bet you I got through the village, the Gestrel village, and I'm in the mines. Sounds right? Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, I'm trying to remember.
So I'm somewhere. I gotta be near that. But anyways, so the game is so good. I actually sold it. I sold it to a coworker today. I was talking about it. I'm like, I was excited to play it when I got home today a little bit, and I was like, you gotta check this out. So I showed him the game, and he was pretty impressed with it. So I think I sold it to him. So he's gonna be playing it. But
you showed him the game how?
I showed him the gameplay online. We went online, looked at YouTube videos and like what it was.
No. I know. You were mentioning a while back about your Steam Deck, so I wasn't sure if you found it.
I don't bring that. That's bad. Don't bring that up. That's just bad memories.
All right.
I'm hoping that turns up. By the way, at the end of the year, now that we're wrapping up the year, I can clean up things in the area, like on the campus, and I think it's going to turn up.
I think your Steam Deck got gomaged.
It might have. I hope not, but yeah. Anyways, that's it for me. Mike, though. I heard you played some Expedition. Yeah, I heard you rolled credits, right?
Yeah. The game, like, it definitely sticks on your mind while you're not even playing it. So, sort of kicked everything else at the side for me till I finished it. It's definitely longer than it seems or even paces itself to be. And there's a bit of optional stuff that I did spend a little time on to the point where I was, like you said, Tony, you can be a little over-leveled for the end, but I didn't mind it that much. And because you're not over-leveled for everything in the game, you're just over-leveled for maybe the story and bosses. But it's good, and I really think my experience with turn-based isn't too deep, but like I've played Midnight Suns, I've played the Yakuza Like a Dragons. And now, like, if I go back to Like a Dragon, I'm going to be like, this sucks. I really feel like this is ruined turn-based for me for other things, because without activeness, I don't know. I don't know if I can go back to something like that.
I'm hoping that they incorporate these ideas
into Stars does it. Like, there's other games that do it, like with Mario, like you were saying, RPG. Yeah. There's other games that have this kind of interaction as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure Mario games were the first one to do it. So people ask, "Oh my god, genius!" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good, but like, it's been around.
It's not new, yeah."
Well, has there been the parries? I know there's been like things like dodges or damage mitigation, but not complete damage avoiding.
Sea of Stars has all that, like, as well.
I will. Yeah, the Sea of Stars has all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to incorporate that because of how popular this game is. We'll see. But eventually,
it also just feels good, though. Like, that's the thing. The details of how snappy it is and how it feels, and instant dopamine for every parry, and like the whole screen explodes. It's very if we're looking at something like sort of like, I don't know, like more flat or less extravagant with its animations and effects, it might not feel the same. So
we'll see. Presentation's a big factor for sure.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you're just looking at stuff on a screen no matter what, so it has to be good. And then the ending I'll talk about when we get to the spoiler cast. That obviously have thoughts, but yeah.
Everyone has had thoughts. It's really funny. One of my friend, like longtime friends since like 3rd grade, I think. We've kept in touch over the years because he's like the other one from like that era of my life that is still super into games. And just for some like background, like he's moved to Vietnam. Like he just pieced out. But he still plays lots of video games and stuff like that. And he's like, dude, we need to talk about this. I don't want to text. Like, it's too much to text. I was like, all right, like, yeah, let's set up a call that works for both of our time zones and hashed out for like an hour or so. It's just like thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. It was really funny.
I'll say I did sort of hold off going to the ending because I felt like it would be like draining in a way. The ending, I sort of felt like I had an inkling. I'm like, this is gonna be like
an inkling or like, painting.
Well, maybe. Yes. So I did do some side stuff beforehand, and I did actually there was other side stuff I wanted to do, and I know there's like a New Game Plus and all that stuff, but I did like sort of have to stop a little bit after the ending.
I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at 2025. Here's Mike raving about an RPG that's like Final Fantasy. Look at this. This is great.
I know.
This is great.
I know. This is the domino piece. It would start with Like a Dragon.
Yeah, Like a Dragon was the
Baldur's Gate 3, and then Clair Obscur, and then by part 3, it's going to be the remake series.
He's going to get Final Fantasy VII.
No, listen, when they're all out, I'll play it.
Yeah.
When they're all out, I'll play them.
Never in my days would I have thought you would have given Final Fantasy a try.
Well, listen, again, I don't know how turn-based they even are, that one, but
it's like pseudo. It's like half and half.
Yeah,
not much anymore.
So we'll see, but no, I mean, and Midnight Suns give more credit to that because
that's true.
I forgot about
that. Had 2 layers of stuff I was skeptical about, the cards and turn-based. I'm like, I don't know about that, but
I mean,
that really sold me on it.
I mean, that's going to get you more into the XCOM stuff, like you know, that's.
Yeah,
like that Star Wars
XCOM
game is going to be, like that.
No, I mean, I'm gonna again, like, even though I'm not that into Star Wars at the moment, but I'll definitely give that one a look. But this game was great, and between the gameplay and the story, the only thing I will say is it does carry over into your mind. You do feel kind of depressed a little bit playing this game, like. In general, like I'm just thinking about death a lot more than maybe I want to, but it's fine.
I mean, the game starts with that, like facing that reality, and it just keeps going from there.
Yeah,
but no, it's definitely it's pretty much worth the hype that everyone's been giving it. I would say.
It's great.
So.
It's great.
It's up there. It's up there with KCD for me. I will say, finished KCD.
Yeah, Corey, is that what you've been playing too, or no?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's all I've been playing, really, just because it's very addicting. The combat is just so much fun, and I want to get through the game because of all the story and spoiler stuff that people keep
I avoided it all
talking about. So
I'm going to try to dive into it. I'm trying to get far into Act 2 because, like, Friday, I've got, like, the entire night, like, by myself. It's gaming night. So I'm going, and I'm like, and I have a very busy Saturday afternoon with an event happening, but I'm hoping that I can get that and then maybe even Sunday finish it out. That's what I'm hoping for.
My coworker is playing it as well, and he's well into the game. And he talked to his, like, my other coworker. He's like, "Oh, you gotta play this. It's really cool. The main character is so and so." I'm like, "Why would you say, like talk about different characters? It doesn't matter. Like, just like let the guy play the game." I was like, all right.
He did. Yeah. My coworker was asking me about who you play as. I'm like, you can play as anybody you want. That's what I said to him. So.
I mean, it's RPG. You party up, and you can swap people in and out.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things where, like, I'm hesitant to even say stuff to people. I'm just like, look, I don't know. In your mind, like, imagine what the highest accolade. Like, what could I say to you to get you to play a game blindly? Yeah. Okay, apply that. Like, I cannot describe it in words better than your imagination.
This is what you do. You say, like, what can you do to get you, or what can anybody do to get you to play this game, or what do you need to get you to play this game? And then they say whatever it is. It's like, there, done, do it. It's like that's all. You can just sell it to them themselves. But like the thing that's cool is like the thing that was funny is I accidentally removed a character from my party in the beginning of the game. And I was like, why am I only playing with 2 characters right now? Like, what happened? Like, I thought it was part of the story. And so I was like, and then it's like, do you want to put in your reserve? I was like, what? Like,
you pulled a gym.
Okay.
You pulled a gym.
I know. I was like,
you gave yourself a handicap.
It's easy to do because like the one gripe I have, one of the gripes is the user interface could definitely use some work because like
it's very like
it's hard to tell who's in your part. Like
where am I going?
I'm like, wait, what? Like
Yeah, there is some, this is the first game stuff like that.
There's absolutely. I'm not blaming.
There's also one other thing. I mean, this isn't like story based at all, but when you have like resources that are obsolete, they just sort of sit in your inventory, and you can't trade them in, you can't do anything with them. It's useless at that point. I'm like, I kind of wish I could sell this or do something with them or convert them. Like I'm talking about like the weapon upgrade resources. Once you have weapons that are better than what they can do, they're just there.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think the weapons never really, like you could upgrade them to, I think 99 or something like that. But different, like the thing that I like about it is the weapons will have like different abilities. So you can have different builds and stuff like that. But I get what you're saying.
And they give you different boosts depending on...
Right. And I also have a bunch of weapons I don't use at this point.
Right. I was about to say, I wish there was a way to like hide or be like favorite, where it's just like, look, have my favorites at the top. Because I'm only switching between like 3 of these things, right? Like by the end, I was having one for just like general mobs and then one for bosses. Because I was like, I don't need some of these things for bosses and I don't need some of these abilities for mobs and stuff like that.
Got it.
But it's been... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Jim, who's your favorite character in the game? I'm asking you because you're the furthest behind.
Gustav's great. I do like Gustav a lot just from his story arc, but the worst part is I feel like...
I really want Robert Pattinson to play him in the movie.
Yeah, the worst part is I feel like I've got an idea of what's happening in the story already, and I'm like, I hope I don't, but I think I do. I don't want to say it on this podcast at this point to spoil things, but I think I've got an idea of what's happening. But Mael is great too.
You think you do?
Yeah, you can ask us afterwards, and then don't look at our faces.
Don't underestimate. Don't underestimate my solving brain with this stuff. Okay. I love to solve mysteries. But I will say that I took that break, and I will say that when I was playing this game before, my parry timing was just not good. I was dodging a lot for some reason, and that was my safer thing because, like, I don't know, I just wasn't doing well with it. But I came back today, and I was housing. Oh, dude! I mean, the Elden Lord has awoken. Like it has been, like I fought like all the way through that one red area before the Gestel village, whatever the village is. Gestels, and I parried like everything that they, there was obviously things you can't, but it was like I just.
Now, were these enemy types you're familiar with now because you know what they do?
Right? No, because I don't forget. I just
get repetitive on purpose.
For the record, I just took a week and a half off from this game. Like I didn't get to play this game for like a week and a half, and I came back and I was a parry machine today. I didn't get touched in combat for most of the time. The only time I got hit, believe it or not, was when you killed.
Were you listening?
What's that?
Yeah, the things that they do, the suicide.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only time I got hit. That. Because that was, for me, just takes too long to fall, and I mistimed that. But
like audio cues that help.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing I'm giving people. Don't you can look, but like the audio cues way better.
For the most, there's some. There's some where that doesn't quite work as well, but for the most part.
But for the most,
you want to be listening.
No, that's what I think I found out as I was listening for things, and that's when you can hear it. So, I think I solved it, and but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I definitely was housing things all afternoon today.
Good.
Yeah, the Gestural Village was, I think, the first part where like.
Maybe it just clicked. Hard. Maybe just clicked there.
No,
yeah. You know what? To tell you the truth, Mike, I found myself like I used my potions in combat, and I was like, "Oh yeah." That's the first time I found out in the game really they don't replenish for a little bit. And I'm like, I gotta go rest and stuff, so I have to use healing stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, this all clicked here." Maybe just all clicked. Maybe just all started to click the combat. But yeah, we'll see. So
there'll be some wrinkles. So
Tony,
don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, Tony, what have you been playing?
Nothing. I want to dive back into the game to do because there's a lot of optional content.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
And even to the point where I'm like, I don't think this should be optional content, but I'm not a developer. But
first time for them.
I took a pause on the game just because like it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I'm just not ready to go back just yet. So I've just been
let it sit for a bit.
Yeah, I'm letting it sit and simmer. I've had a lot of talks and a lot of conversation. It's really funny because like I don't think it's been since like maybe like Baldur's Gate and or like Tears of the Kingdom where it's like I've had people just like randomly message me and like, hey, how far are you? And I'd be like, this location. They're like, I need to talk to you about this thing. And
during this podcast, I just saw a notification. I got a message from my friend Ryan, who's just moved to Act 2.
Getting into it.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like, oh, I've been waiting for this, man.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this. Because like I'd be like, oh, how's Expedition going? They're like, oh, it's really good, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah.
All right. Let's get into some news, guys. What do we got going on in the gaming world? Not a lot this week, but some decent stuff. Let's kick it off with Switch 2, which is coming soon. Switch 2, minor news today, launched that they're going to let you control its battery's charge usage, so you can conserve battery on the system. So you can charge it to 90% and it will stop itself.
Thus, it'll slow down significantly.
Yeah, thus saving its battery life over time, which is cool. It's modern day, laptop and usage, which is, I'm glad, like, yeah, I guess people are going to be, well, we expected that. Well, you don't know if you're going to get it. And don't forget, like, Apple just implemented it as well in the latest iOS update. So they do the 80% charge. So you don't know when you're going to get that. And it's good to see that that's going to happen because it's already not going to have amazing battery life. So conserve that large battery as long as possible. So as we talked about Expedition 33, I didn't get to see this yet, but Mael's builds apparently have been nerfed. So they did
just one move. Just one move.
Yeah.
It's just so ridiculous. Like the calculation.
They said that they felt that it was too weak to begin with, so they beefed it up so people would use it, and now they realized their mistake. Yeah. Again, we talked about them.
I thought I read they did a multiplier twice or something accidentally. I thought. But
no, they said they wanted to up it to make people use it, and then they realized like, oh, that broke the game. It's like first time developer things where you're just like, okay, well, I see where you did this mistake.
It was really funny because unfortunately, like I just saw like a post or something about like somebody getting like this number is ridiculous. I was like, really, this move? And I just like, okay, I have the skill points, so I did it, and I just tested it on a boss, and I was just like, what? It's like what?
Listen, I will say, still, it does things almost no other ability can do in that game. Still, for sure. It's good.
Yeah. No, it's still worth it. It's just not like I think somebody did the calculation, and if you added up the health of every single enemy in the game, like all the random, or not random encounter, but all the overworld encounters, all the dungeon encounters, all the bosses, all the super bosses, you total that and pulled it together, like the max damage somebody has been able to achieve still would kill that, theoretical one blob enemy like 100 times over or something like that. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Okay.
But not anymore.
See, this is
maybe it's only like 25 or something.
It's a mark of a great game. We can like talk about it every single week for like 20 minutes, no problem, because it's just so interesting. We haven't had one of these games in a long time that we're all playing.
Well,
it's
again,
really cool.
People are also getting into it later because it's word of mouth. Not at the outset that you see it. It's like that seems like a weird premise or game, or who are these people? Why? But then people get into it, and you hear it from people who are done with the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't.
The second wave.
I'm not done with the game yet, but everything I'm hearing, it sounds like it sticks the landing, and I'd be shocked at this already. What's going to beat this for Game of the Year? Like I don't know.
It's funny you mention that because I forget his name at the top of my head, but the CEO of Larian is already predicting that this is going to win Game of the Year.
I can't see, like, I understand we're going to get a Metroid game, but I just can't see anything in the future. We'll see. I didn't see this happening, so we'll see. But
Borderlands 4 is coming.
That's cute.
Yeah,
it is coming.
Let's talk. It is.
They had a PAX panel. I mean, it's like one of the first PAX panels I couldn't get to.
Yeah, used to have their free pizza. How long?
I know, right?
Anyways, sticking with the RPG genre, Final Fantasy VII the remake. Integrate's coming to Switch 2, I believe, and the creator actually came out and said that the entire remake trilogy, actually will be out on Switch 2 at some point. They do see themselves porting all that over to it. So if you're getting a Switch 2 and you don't have any other system, don't worry. Final Fantasy VII, it will be in the cards. So
yeah, I mean, at this point, you kind of just need to, and it's really funny to say this, but the people that were like diehard FF7 fans back in the day, like the PS1, even like early PS2 days, that demographic, like ours, close to our range, plus or minus a couple years, I feel like those players like would be more open to playing that on Switch/Switch 2 now than PlayStation, because I just think Sony is like, hey, we want this type of game, and they just kept releasing those types of games, and it's like, where does Final Fantasy fit into this equation anymore, right?
Yeah.
For better or for worse, like because you get 16, and then you look at 7 Rebirth, and you're like, you guys can't even sell 4 million units in the first month? Like, Monster Hunter Wilds sold fucking 11 million. It's like, are you kidding me right now? Like,
yeah.
So they just need all the systems to, capture that audience, and just I think remaining a Sony exclusive is just a big mistake. And the new CEO is like, that shit stops right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not paying for this game by yourself, then we got to put it on every other system that we can.
Yep. Speaking of systems, there was a new leak. Did you guys see the leak for the Xbox handheld? Their partnership with Asus.
Ooh.
So it has an Xbox button on it. Developed. This is what I see Microsoft doing in the future. We're going to get another Xbox console. We are, but this is where I see them going, though, right? Like they're going to license out the name on top of systems, and we're going to basically have a 3DO happening in the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see happening. So Asus is going to make a handheld called Project. Is it Kennan? So no release date for it yet, but it's basically the Asus. Is it the ROG? Is that what they make?
The ROG Ally, I think.
So they're going to make that system a little more beefed up. It will be able to stream all Xbox games to it and also play some directly on it. So I will say on the Steam Deck, streaming it has been fantastic. So you don't need a lot of hardware for this. But the Xbox brand will help sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like
will it?
Yeah, maybe not.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
Maybe not. You're right. Maybe not.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's if you're in the market for a Steam Deck,
I also feel like this thing's gonna be like $800. Like,
I mean, there's no way it's coming out at a price that's lower than the Steam Deck right now, or the Switch 2.
And the Steam Deck's just doing everything that does better.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that Steam's got. I mean, they actually can sell the system lower and make a profit on hardware that's older, and run everything.
I don't even know if they're making a profit on.
They may not be.
Like they may not. Like it could be, but like the thing is, it's in their best interest to sell these things because
it's pushing their store.
The people that are buying those Steam Decks are active, very active, and very like
Oh, you're making on the store without a doubt.
Absolutely. They'll buy more games.
Yeah.
So I'm sure even if it was like break even or like single or double digit losses, I'm sure they're like, well, if we lose $50, they're gonna buy 50 games over the course of 10 years, right? Like we'll make that money back, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they revamp the system soon, but I think it's going to be next year they do this. So we'll see.
I don't know. They just kind of had the OLED recently, so
yeah. I mean, the Switch 2 is a little bit better, but like that's already pushing tech that's available that has reasonable battery life.
Yeah, their argument was waiting for better tech that has better battery. That was their argument before, but not really.
Right. I mean,
that's why they did OLED.
Right. Well, you just were talking about the Switch 2 not having, a good battery. Like battery, and I've said that years ago. Like battery technology is not keeping up with the demand of devices these days.
Yeah.
Even in phones, right? It's just unfortunate.
Battery.
It's crazy because you think
gaming batteries. Yeah.
Oh no, I think
because like laptop batteries are fine. Like this thing is a MacBook. It lasts like, I could go all day using this thing without charging it easily, and I use it all the time. But
but that's been consistent with MacBooks, right?
Yeah, but I use.
Like if I don't charge my fucking Intel, it dies in a day.
Yeah, I guess you're right with that. It's about the processor. So yeah, I guess that's a good point. But every time you use your iPhone, even let's go with the iPhone, you play games on it, you'll drain that battery way faster. Like that's the problem.
I mean,
it's
that's the thing.
Efficiency for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but
well, if you play games on your laptop, it's the same thing, Jim.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I play, it would drain the battery. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where it's gaming. Batteries are not keeping up with gaming. Like production-wise, work-wise,
that's what you're saying. Okay,
this is sufficient. This is sufficient. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, battery technology is not keeping up with demands for gaming.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The requirements that gaming has on the battery life is increasing while battery technology has not been.
Yeah. So, and that's where the technology needs something. But, anyways, Marvel news. Last of the news we have here: Amy Hennig's Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra delayed till 2026.
It's not a surprise.
I'm shocked it's still coming out.
Honestly, when I first saw like a tweet or whatever, I thought it was canceled.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was canceled
because like I saw like the thing, I was like, oh no, it got canceled. I was like, oh, just delayed. Okay.
That reminds me, we still haven't heard anything about the Insomniac Wolverine game.
No, we haven't actually.
Well,
That's never
PlayStation has had If we don't see it in the summer showcase, June, whatever, if we don't hear it in June, then I would be worried.
Yeah.
Yep. And but this game already got moved out, so it was supposed to be end of this year, and I'm like, no way. But early 2026 so far. Let's see if it holds that. I don't know if it will, but it is coming. Then
doesn't want to
slip
to that mid spot with GTA 6 in May.
But like, that's the thing. Like, if you get early 2026 and actually launches, good for her. Because I mean, she's had projects canceled how many times now, and she's had great success early on with Uncharted, and I feel like she's got a great game in her. Like, you just need to get a game out, and maybe the scope she keeps taking on is too much, but we'll see. And she did it again here, clearly. So we will see. But hopefully it's good, because the Marvel games, after Avengers, I think we need a good, some good games. So Guardians was
we had the Spider-Man games.
We had Guardians. Guardians was fantastic.
Rivals, totally different. Guardians was good, but it was a commercial failure.
Yeah, but it was a good game.
And buggy as hell.
Well, it failed because of Avengers, right?
That's true. And then that game failed because it was shit. So, but all right. And so, that's really all we got for the news today. So that's going to wrap up this episode of the Gamecast, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, we are live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. If you can't join us for these live broadcasts, all the content's over on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to both channels. That way you know when we go live or when we post. And we'd love to hear from you. Leave us some feedback. Give us a thumbs up. We'll see you guys next week. We are out.